a lot of people just don't understand the complexities of milestones, because the complexities of milestones have to do with movement. We're going to be talking about a bit today about tonus and the push-pull milestones or movement. Now, this integrates with a lot of your thinkings and teachings, especially reflexes. So one of the things is when you are first born and start to breathe, people think that breathing is a reflex, and it really isn't. It's the first big action you have against gravity, which is breath. You have foam releasing in your lungs, you have the pressures of gravity, and that's why your baby needs that wah, because the chest opens up and your intercostal muscles sort of, in like a sense, snap into place and start creating one of your first tonus responses. But what people don't realize, like you and I, we think breathing is all from our chest, right? But breathing is really from everywhere. So especially, and this is why tummy time is so important, because the spine is breathing, right? The back of the ribs are breathing. When your baby is in tummy time, and as you can see here, more so using the bands, I start to synchronize my movements in a pre-crawl. Even though it's something as simple as in a day with tummy time, you're looking for those kind of responses, right? And then as the baby is passed around and they get their absolute horizon, breathing happens all around our chest functions, right? When you have someone like Steve or a child that is hyper responsive, right, you'll see a very short breath, a very like a, like almost like a pant. And one of the things I try and tell parents, I should not hear your child breathing during development. They will have puppy pants around 8 months of age when they get excited, but they're not using their breath like a laborist. They should not sound like your grandfather, right? And what you're going on. So when we're working now, you don't want to strap around something like this and create a push-pull milestone, because we are not meant to use our muscles in breath. Breathing is a vacuum-based thing, so that's why we can't hold our breaths for too long. But when you're doing, and the breathing course is free, because I really thought COVID was just going to be so rough on our kids. I can't be grateful enough that it wasn't. But you want to work, so if you want air here, just like if I'm filling up a tire, I'm not going to put pressure here, I'm going to put pressure here to allow that air to expand and go into that. But what you want to start working on is your tonus and going into that, and that's one of your first push-pull milestone. What's a push-pull milestone? Well, I could be doing something like this. This is where kids like, hi mom, how are you? How was your day? They'll start hanging off the door. I don't know what I did at school today, but what's for dinner? They'll start, these are more complex ones. You'll see it in AT&R, a simple reflex. Now you think it's a positioning of a fencer pose. What it is again, I'm pushing in and out of gravity, right? And what that does is it allows my scapulas for the first time to articulate and move across, because these are movements, and my upper thorax crosses midline. Most people think midline crossing is here, but it actually starts with this. So there's a lot of ways that movement needs to happen in the beginning, and it creates your tonus, or what people say is your power. Because if you have good tone, you have good power. It's not about core strength, guys. It's about core movement. But if you don't have good tonus, I don't care if you're my age or if you're just a young baby, especially premature babies, is one of the biggest complications, because they have more skin than they do their body mass or their skeletal system. It's out of sync. And so it's really important. Any child that's premature, especially when the skin body mass index is off, they need intervention immediately, but it's a tonus based, right? Not all intervention is milestone based, because if you don't have good tonus, then you're not going to have good milestones, or again, a good aging process, including for people like me. Thanks.